Good morning. I am sitting here in my garden on my hanging chair to join me this morning. So yeah, I thought I'd just share a couple of things with you guys this morning. But first, let me share my space with you. At Gesundheitszentrum, we have this lovely arbor, which is currently waiting for something to grow on it. I have my little gargoyle for company and the three faces there at the back. Here we go. And my lavender, beautiful lavender. And the weather is looking overcast. There is a very, very slight possibility of some snowflakes. And here, let me show you this one here. Here are my poppies, calendula, daisies, sweet peas, waiting for summer. Just wanting to burst out into bloom so that they can feed the bees and the butterflies. And I'm enjoying my Juice Revolution juice, all sorts. As you can see, I'm dressed up and I've got nowhere to go. It's my little mom joke for the day. It's pretty chilly, but as you can see, even though it's chilly, it's not preventing me from having my green juice this morning, and it is delicious. Absolutely delicious and so nutritious. So this morning I wish that I had a typewriter in my head, just typing all the thoughts that were going through my thoughts. I woke up feeling extremely anxious, which is not really a thing for me. I don't have anxiety. But this morning I woke up anxious. So my anxiety usually, let me rather put it like this. I know I have anxiety when I feel it in my tummy. And that's why, when a child tells you that their tummy is aching for no apparent reason, then you should consider that they might be anxious. Just saying. So I felt a bit of anxiety. I asked myself why. Quickly discovered that it's fear. One of my family members has a bit of a chest infection, and it immediately triggers my fear because I lost my dad to COVID / pneumonia, whatever it was. So yeah, the point that I want to make is we all suffer from anxiety at some stage or another. It's a completely normal, let's call it, emotion to experience in certain circumstances. But what do we do about it? I just need to wipe my little nose. Getting a little bit wet. But anyway, so how do we deal with anxiety? How do we support our bodies through anxiety? And I've got a few tips for you. First of all, when we are anxious, we don't breathe properly. And I've seen in my practice that most people don't know how to breathe. If you ask them how to breathe, how to take a deep breath, you'll see the following. So, just look at my face when I do that. I look like somebody, like a deer in the headlights, eh? So we have to learn how to breathe properly. which is a topic for another day. But what I want to teach you is when you are anxious, then make yourself yawn. Because yawning is your body's way to get more oxygen into your body. And we always feel more relaxed after a yawn. So, you can. Have you ever seen how if one person yawns, then everyone will start yawning? So you can make yourself yawn and you can make others yawn. So just get yourself yawning. Another trick is to take a glass of water and gargle. Even better, if you have access to doTERRA oils, then put a drop of lavender oil in that water and gargle with it. So put a few drop, like a sip of water, gargle for as long as you can. Take a breath, gargle again, take a breath. The reason I say this is because gargling massages the vagus nerve. Now, the vagus nerve is the nerve that, it's one of your cranial nerves that basically wanders through your body, and especially your digestive organs. And as I mentioned earlier, anxiety can often be felt in the tummy. So when we massage the vagus nerve, it's like giving a relaxing massage. I've mentioned essential oils. So if in doubt, use lavender. There are also other oils like Melissa, which is, I just love the name because I have a dear friend called Melissa. Maybe she's watching. Hello, Melissa. Got two friends named Melissa. But Melissa, very good oil also for anxiety. If you feel like you need a bit of grounding, now when I say grounding, I even go as far as to say that if you feel like you need a bit of Mother Earth's love and embrace, then look to your root oils. So your root oil, so for example, vetiver is the best. Vetiver oil is the best to calm the nervous system and to ground you. So essential oils. So what did I do this morning when I was feeling a little bit anxious? Of course, we had the luxury of water this morning. So, because here you never know whether you're going to have water or not. It's like playing bingo, water bingo. But this morning we had water, so I ran myself a bath. I added a cup or maybe more of Epsom bath salts. And I added a few drops of lavender oil. And I also added a few drops of cypress. Because cypress always reminds me of a forest or the woods, which is obviously always also very soothing to the mind. So I had my Epsom salt bath with lavender and cypress, and I was also listening to nice, calm, soothing music while I was lying in the bath. And then I did the yawning and I did a bit of gargling, and yeah, and I'm feeling much better, much calmer. One last point I want to make, because this video is getting awfully long, is also surrendering. So when you go into mindfulness and these type of practices, you learn the art of surrendering. Some might call it prayer, where you believe that there is a higher power and that we are connected to that higher power. And we are allowed to ask for help and assistance for ourselves and for others. So what I always like to do especially when I'm concerned about a loved one, is to just do a little bit of a visualization where I close my eyes and I imagine that person, and I imagine them enveloped in almost like a mother of pearl light. That's my visualization. You can have your own, but I imagine them that I'm enveloping them in this bubble, and that I'm handing that bubble to the higher power and asking them to protect my loved one and to be with them. And yes, by doing that visualization, yes, you are not only sending out those positive thoughts out there for that person, but you are also surrendering it to that higher power and asking for their help and assistance. So yes, guys, thought I would just share those couple of thoughts with you this morning. Maybe it can help you. I hope it does, because I know we all struggle from time to time with a bit of anxiety. It's not I know it's a diagnosis for some. Some believe that it's a disease. I believe it's quite normal to feel anxious. And when we are anxious, we need to ask ourselves, why? What's causing this anxiety? Is there anything in my life, or are there any relationships, or are there any people, or is there anything that could be contributing to this anxiety? Is it fear? Because if it's fear, we are in complete control of being fearful. It is a mind game. So, and there's obviously always help. There's professional help. There are your friends, your family, people you can talk to. And it's best to nip it in the bud. So don't let it fester. Don't let it simmer. Don't let it, it's almost like that. I'm thinking of coals that are still, there's no fire, but it's still hot. So let's not allow our anxiety to be like that. Okie dokie. So on this chilly but beautiful day, I wish you a very, very happy Friday. Love you all. Bye.